you saying that Senator Sanders is too extreme to beat President Trump?
I'm saying the policies of this notion that you're going to take private insurance away from 180 million Americans, who many of them don't want to give it. Many of them do want to get rid of it, but some don't. Many don't. Or you're going to, the Green New Deal, make sure that every American is guaranteed a government job if they want. That is a disaster at the ballot box. You might as well FedEx the election to Donald Trump.
Once again, but rarely, I find myself very speechless, actually. And, normally I would, I'm not gonna sit this one out. I mean, if a corporate Democrat says something else that's just completely dumb, right? Next time I might just not even speak. I'm just gonna say, just to show that it's obvious. So I mean, John Hickenlooper just defended his claim of, if we run on Bernie Sanders' policies, we get 4 more years of Trump. Hold on. Wait. Medicare for All has a 70% approval rating, alright? That's one idea that Bernie Sanders is running on. Then we have free college, 60% approval rating. Hickenlooper, you've already been debunked, right, with 2 of his policies, so you may as well sit it out. But I'm going to keep going. Only 17% of Americans want to stay in Afghanistan, and that was made in 2018. Imagine how much the favorability of that has gone down. It's probably like 15% or 16%. I mean, 70% top wealth tax. 59% of Americans want to do that. So, yet a 4th policy by Bernie Sanders, and now a 5th Green New Deal, 80% approval rating. So, at this point, every single one of his policies is essentially not anywhere close to being unpopular. And I don't understand the notion that, if I could even call it a notion, that these policies will make Trump win re-election. I mean, it's ludicrous. It's ridiculous. It's what somebody who doesn't know anything about politics would say. I mean, you're a governor, man. I think you should know how popular these things are. Because when you say that they aren't popular, and if you run on them, you'll lose, then you're kind of a dumbass. You know what I mean? I don't even if you're behind on the internet, you still have to realize that you have to fact check what your claims. And Hickenlooper, or Hickenballs, because you have the balls to say this to Bernie Sanders. I'm gonna call him Hickenballs now. So you bragged about passing Medicare for All or almost passing Medicare for All fully in Colorado. You kept bragging in the debate about getting it 90% passed. I mean, first of all, then what? Do you think that the approval rating of 70% for Medicare for All only applies to Colorado and not the whole United States? Right? That's first of all, right? And it's also kind of being hypocritical. How are you saying, oh yeah, I'm going to brag about me almost passing Medicare for All in Colorado, but wait, for presidency? No. But second of all, almost passing Medicare for All, almost, is not something to brag about. When you have 70% of Americans that want it, and you don't get it fully passed in your state, that's not something to brag about. So, you're being hypocritical, dumb, and at the same time, not making sense. I mean, I think you should drop out. I think Michael Bennet should drop out. I think, who else? Amy Klobuchar should drop out. Well, actually, maybe not. She has high poll numbers. She actually has a reason to keep running. And John Delaney, because you guys are running on nothing for no reason, alright? I don't think a 13-year-old should have to teach you guys the statistics for these ideas.